In this video, I'll be going over my August 2024 income report with Etsy. So first I'll go over what products I actually have for sale on Etsy. And right now I have 5 listings. They are all digital paper downloads, similar to the scrapbook paper, craft paper pad niche or niche that I do with Amazon KDP. So basically they are patterns that people can download right away. So I don't have to do any sort of like shipping, things like that. People just download the pattern as like a PNG, something like that. I forget if I have PNG or JPEG on there or which I have, but they would download it and then they can use it themselves however they would like to. So I get a lot of my pattern ideas similar to the ones I use for Amazon KDP, so I can repurpose my content that way. I do change them around so they're not exactly the same, like to the T. But I do get a lot of similarities and I will repurpose my content that way. So I currently have 5 active listings. However, when I went on today, only 3 of them were active, so I renewed 2 of them. The reason I don't auto renew them is because it does cost money. However, I have a lot of free like listings from I think referral links for signing up for Etsy through like other people's links or something like that. So I just want to make sure I'm using those and I'm not getting charged, especially because I don't always make a ton with Etsy. I really just do Etsy as an extra source of income. And if I make money, great. If not, it's okay. So, moving on to actually my stats on Etsy, I currently have, or I do have for August 2024, this is 1st through 31st, 2024, 18 visits, which is down 51% compared to 2023, which is crazy to me. And I'm not sure why, because I haven't really run ads with Etsy or anything like that. So I'm not sure why the views would be so much more down, but that's okay. I haven't really posted a new listing in a long time. So maybe that's why. I'm not sure. Anyways, it looks like my highest view day is maybe August 17th and 23rd. No, I think 17th might be the highest at 3, possibly 3 or 4. And then my lowest being 0. I have a few days at 0, but that's okay. So moving over to, let's see, orders. I did not have any orders, unfortunately, but I did have an order last year. And it's all right, it happens sometimes. It could be maybe I didn't have all of them active since 2 were expired today. That definitely could have not helped. And then also sometimes I just don't have orders, but that's all right, it happens. And then before I continue, I do want to thank the sponsor for this video, which is Everbee. So if you're interested in checking out Everbee, then please click on the link in the description below. And I highly recommend checking them out, especially if you're a beginner like me, or at least consider yourself a beginner. They have so many helpful tools, one of my favorites being the Etsy profit calculator. So if you click on this calculator and input your sales price, your discounts, your costs, your shipping, like literally any sort of information you could possibly include, you can then click calculate it and it'll show you your net profit margin, and like the full breakdown. I highly recommend using this, especially if you're new, because I see so many posts. I think, is it a Facebook group I'm in? I think it might be a Facebook group that I'm in. And people post they got their first sale, however, they actually lost money. So definitely recommend using this so that way when you do make that first sale, you're not losing money on all of your efforts. So if I have all this at 0, I made $2.26. Sometimes I made less in the dollar range. Again, all this money adds up. Not going to complain about it. I'm happy with any sort of extra income that I can receive. And then also PayPal difference and Etsy payment difference there. So it's really interesting to see how it changes. Pretty much just like the total cost changes, and it'll be the payment processing fee that changes. 39 cents and 34 cents. And then it's out of this. There's also product analytics, keyword research, and there's just much more that Everbee has to offer than what I'm showing in this video. But I'm just going to show this for this video so you get an idea of some of the tools that Everbee has to offer. So for product analytics, you can click on any of them, view them on Etsy, view the estimated monthly sales, revenue, listing age, conversion rate, visibility score, review ratio, review, like literally so much you can view on here. You can look at the shop details, you can have favorites and more. Like there's just so much stuff to look at here. You can even look at all of the different keywords. So let me give this a minute to look to load, and the different keywords here in the stores or the competition and the volume, and yeah, just much more. So I highly recommend checking out Everbee if you haven't already. I have a link in the description below. And I just think that this tool can be so beneficial to Etsy, especially if you're a newbie or if you're still just learning how to navigate Etsy like me. And then moving over to conversion, 0%. Last year I did have one day at 100%. And then revenue, $0. But last year I did made probably $2.99 revenue, probably around $2 or so for take home for profit. And it's all right. Overall, I'm not too upset about this. Obviously, I'd like to make at least something every month from Etsy, but it doesn't cost me anything to run my actual page. So that's why I'm not upset about it, because I don't really devote a lot of time to Etsy. Right now, I really log on to just check and make sure that my listings are active, although sometimes I do forget. Is that I also go on and double check like if I've made any sales or things like that. So that's some other time I'll be on Etsy, but most of the time, like, I'm not creating new listings frequently right now, and that's mostly just due to lack of extra time. I have a lot going on right now and not much time to devote to my businesses, unfortunately, at the moment. So I'm trying to do the minimum, or at least the best that I can, to devote some extra time to my businesses. So that could also be why my sales are down. It definitely can be a whole range of different reasons why my sales are down, but I do love having the digital products because it doesn't take like extra maintenance to do it, if that made sense. So I'll explain a little bit about the digital products in case you're not really sure what that is or you're unfamiliar with Etsy. So for digital products, you can have this on many different platforms, but for Etsy, that means that the product you're selling is going to be digital only, so there's no shipping involved, no physical item that you're sending people. So when someone buys your digital product, they usually can download it right away. Unless it's something you have to create, like if you're doing a custom design or a custom logo or a custom resume, like something like that, and you have to actually create it, then you would have to do the work and then they would then get the digital copy. However, what I'm selling, it's just the product is the product. So when they buy it, everyone is getting these same digital downloads that I'm offering. So as soon as they buy it, they're able to download it right away. They get an automatic email. It really runs itself. It's basically like passive income. Somebody buys it and I don't have to do anything. They get the download, they have their product, and they're all set. So I do absolutely love that about selling digital products on Etsy compared to like physical products or products that I have to do extra work on when people buy them. It's really cool to just have this kind of like passive income. So I did all the work up front, and now when people buy the product, they automatically get it. I don't have to do anything. And I'll have automatic emails send out for additional discounts and things like that for my other products. So it's kind of just really cool. And I think they could use a discount on any order, if I'm being honest. So I do love that. It's similar to KDP, where once your books are up there, people buy them. You don't have to do anything. Amazon does all the shipping and everything. In this case, Etsy does all the emails and make sure they get the download and everything like that. So I do love that aspect of Etsy. So if you have any questions or if you have any tips for me or anything like that, please feel free to comment them below. I greatly appreciate the support so much. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this video. I hope that you have a great day.